Hey everyone, Chad Reinerson with the 5-Hour MBA. I just wanted to make a quick video and say thank you for all of your support. It's been incredible since our book launched on Saturday. We've already downloaded over 500 copies on Amazon, which is absolutely amazing. It even blows away my expectations. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for all the fantastic support and feedback that we've been receiving on it. I also wanted to go over a couple questions that I've been getting from people, which I think are great, and I love seeing the engagement, so keep the questions coming. One of the first questions that I got was, what is the right business idea to start? And this is a really important one for all entrepreneurs to consider when you're looking at the idea that you have, if it's worthwhile taking it and actually starting a business with it. So there's 4 key points that I really look for on what's a good business idea to start. The first one is, what are you passionate about? What really inspires you and gets you out of bed in the morning? What are you really excited about and that you would want to turn into a career? Second one is, what are you really great at? What do you do better than most people, or what are your background? What's your experience? What's your expertise? Take a look at what you really do well. The third one is, what does the market need? And this is one that I see that a lot of businesses and entrepreneurs miss a lot of the times, is failing to see what the market needs. What are their real problems and what are the solutions that solve that? So take a look at common pain points, common challenges, what people are always complaining about, or maybe what's lacking or missing in the market right now. And then, does your product or service potentially solve that? If it does, that's a good spot to start. And then the fourth one is, what will people pay money for? This is obviously a big one, because if people aren't willing to buy your product, your business is not going to go very far. So take a look at what people are actually willing to buy and what value that your product actually offers to them. And if it seems like they're willing to buy it, or if it's very valuable to them, then that's an important component too. So take a look at those 4 things of what you're great at, what you're passionate about, what the market needs, and what people are willing to spend money for. And where those 4 things come together, that's the idea that you should really take a look at turning into a business, because it meets all the most important criteria. The next question that I got are, what are some of the most common problems that I need to avoid when I start my business? Now, this is a great question, because it's one that I see entrepreneurs make a mistake on a lot of times. And this is failing to really identify that market need. What I see most often is that a lot of entrepreneurs will say, hey, I've got a great idea and I'm going to put it out there and everyone's going to want to buy one. Well, this just simply isn't the truth. What you need to do instead is take a look at what those market needs are. What are those problems? What are those challenges that people are struggling with? How does your product or service solve that for them? And then that's when you'll actually find yourself much more successful versus not identifying the market need, trying to push your product onto the market and determine what they do need. The third question that I got, what is the best advice that you would give to new entrepreneurs? Now, this is one that I've used a lot, or I've experienced a lot, I should say. Coming from 15 years of entrepreneurial experience and starting 5 businesses of my own, I can tell you that your startup is going to take longer than you expect, and it's going to cost more money than you think. So what I tell entrepreneurs is to plan on double the time estimate and double the cost estimate of what you've got. So take a look at your current cash flow model, double the timeline, and cut the revenue in half. If it still looks good to you at that point, then that's a business that's worthwhile going after. If it doesn't look so good, then probably go back to the drawing board, because one thing that I can tell you is that it's going to take longer and it's going to cost more money for sure. The fourth question that I got, and this is a good one, this is a very fair question, I love it. What will I actually get out of your book? Now, what I wanted to do with this book was I actually wanted to put together a complete guide of all the core lessons from MBA programs, because what I noticed in my program was that there's a group of core set of lessons that all the rest of the time is spent kind of revolving around those, and everything else is meant kind of reinforcing that, or all the case studies are meant to reinforce those core lessons and core ideas. So what I do is I strip away all the fluff and I really focus and highlight and teach you those core lessons that you'll get out of the MBA program, combined then with modern strategies and what's actually going on in the marketplace. So, not only what we use in our company, my digital marketing company, with our real clients, but what other CEOs and executives and companies are using with their clients that's very successful. So you're going to get all the core lessons of an MBA program, plus the strategies like practical advice, real useful strategies that are actually being used today to use in your business that you can get ahead. The last question that I got, and this comes from Sarah, and I really like this. This is one of my favorite questions, so thank you, Sarah. Is this worth my time to read your book? Well, yes, it is, and here's why: is that through starting a business, you're going to spend thousands of hours in your company, and you're going to make mistakes. That's just the reality of it. You're going to spend time on those mistakes and fixing them and troubleshooting them. And if you're anything like me, I've probably spent hundreds of hours working through my mistakes, trying to learn from them, trying to get better, trying to improve. So if spending just a couple hours with my book helps you save 20x or 30x down the road on time that you're spending, then it's absolutely worth it to go through this right now. So I really believe in the lessons that are in here. I'm 100% confident that it's going to improve at least one area, if not all the areas of your business, and it's going to save you time. It's going to help you avoid some of those common mistakes that other people make. It's going to help you solve problems faster. It's going to help you get ahead. So like I said, if spending just 5 hours with my book now saves you a couple hundred hours of problems and troubleshooting down the road, then I think absolutely it's worth your time to read the book. So anyways, thank you so much for all the great feedback. I love this. Keep sending your questions in. I'll keep answering them. And again, I appreciate all the support. This is just absolutely fantastic. The launch of the 5-Hour MBA, you can get your free copy on Amazon.com until Thursday the 6th. So make sure that you pick up your free copy and look for more information. Thanks, everyone.